culture contribution. Did I dictate yesterday? Where did I stop? Economy. Right. Now give the subheading. Culture contribution. Very important part. Cultural contribution. Vijayanagar rulers laid a strong foundation. They laid a strong foundation for the development of unique Dravidian culture of the South India. Full stop. All the major developments started before, had seen their highest stage of development, under Vijayanagar Empire. Full stop. Thus the empire represented the last phase of the cultural glory, phase of cultural glory of South India. Full stop. Next paragraph. In architecture, underline architecture, a mixed style. Write like this. A distinct style called, in architecture, a distinct style called Vijayanagar School of Architecture. Underline Vijayanagar School of Architecture. Underline Vijayanagar School of Architecture developed. Full stop. It was essentially, Vijayanagar style of architecture was essentially a mixed style. You remember what all I explained yesterday? Recollect what all I explained and write. It was essentially a mixed style. Okay. Mixed style, clubbing the regional traditions. Clubbing all the regional traditions of Cholas, C-H-O-L-A-S, Cholas, Pandya, P-A-N-D-Y-A-S, Pandyas, Kakatiyas, K-A-K-A-T-I-Y-A, Kakatiyas, and Hoysalas, H-O-Y-A, S-A-L-A-S, and Hoysalas, into one distinct style by itself, into one distinct style by itself. Full stop. Next paragraph. The unique aspect of the Chola style, the unique aspect of the Chola style, come on, constructing huge Rajagopurams, constructing huge Rajagopuram, Rajagopurams, underline Rajagopurams, Rajagopurams, within brackets, King Tower, we call it King Tower, Rajagopurams, right, K-I-N-G-T-O-W-E-R, King Towers, brackets close, and Pandyan style of constructing huge Vimanas, underline Vimanas, all entered into Vijayanagar style, all entered into Vijayanagar style. Full stop. Next paragraph. The essential characteristic features of the Grand Kakatiya style, essential characteristic features of the Grand Kakatiya style. Grand Kakatiya style, like constructing temples on grafted platforms, like constructing temples on grafted, G-R-A-F-T-E-D, like constructing temples on grafted platforms, comma, extensive use of stone pillars, comma, delicate sculptures with ornate designing, with ornate, O-R-N-A-T, ornate designing, delicate sculptures with ornate designing, and Nagara Toranas and city entrance gates, and Nagara Torana, Nagara, N-A-G-A-R-A-N-A, Torana, T-O-R-A-N-A, underline this, and Nagara Toranas, within brackets, city entrance gates, were the other aspects accepted, were the other aspects followed or accepted by the Vijayanagar rulers. Full stop. Next paragraph. Hoysala style, Hoysala, H-O-Y-A, Hoysala style, H-O-Y-A-S-A-L-A, Hoysala style of constructing temples constructing temples on grafted platform, platform looking like a star, underline star, looking like a star, comma, beautiful ornate designing, beautiful ornate designing on the walls of the temple, and the tradition of inscribing the name, and the tradition of inscribing the name of the sculptor, on the walls of the temple, all were accepted by the Vijayanagar rulers. All were incorporated, right? That is the exact word. All were incorporated by the Vijayanagar rulers. Full stop. The grand Hoysala style, same paragraph. The grand Hoysala style is called sculptor's style. Sculptor's style. Why you call it sculptor's style? Because the name of the sculptor inscribed. I told you yesterday. Very good, you are responding. You remember, you can't write more than this. Get the point? Okay. There are certain areas I am very particular to dictate because this is going to help you in the exam. Okay. There is no point in reading too much, my dear, I am telling you. Get a complete mastery on what I am dictating. Okay. There is no time. What else you can write? Tell me. Right. Full stop. Next paragraph. The Vijayanagar rulers on their own introduced new practices and traditions. Underline new practices and traditions, such as constructing Kalyana Mantapas. Very, very important. Underline this. Kalyana Mantapas. Within brackets, marriage halls, Ujjala Mantapas, Ujjala Mantapa. I will explain later. Ujjala Mantapas outside the temple Kalyana Mantapas inside the temple complex. Kalyana Mantapas inside the temple complex and Ujjala Mantapas outside the temple complex. Outside the temple complex. And Amman Gudis. Amman Gudis. Underline Amman Gudis. Within brackets, small temple for the goddesses. Small temple for the goddesses within the main temple complex. Within the main temple complex. Full stop. Next paragraph. Krishnadev Rai, write fully. You are writing KD Rai. That is criminal. He is not KD. Criminal term. You cannot apply criminal term for Krishnadev Rai. Okay. I know I have seen. That's why I am telling you. You are writing short expression KD Rai. No. Right. Krishnadev Rai. Okay. You maintain the dignity of the person here. Come on. The rule of South India. KD Rai. Okay. That's vulgar expression anyway. Krishnadev Rai. I'm myself committing the mistake. KD Rai like that. Krishnadev Rai built Hazar Rama temple. Hazar Rama temple, the temple with 1000 Ramayana sculptures. Temple with 1000 Ramayana sculptures. Krishna Swami and Vitthal Swami temples in Hampi. Vitthal Swami temples in Hampi. Full stop. Papanasheshwar temple. Papanasheshwar. Papanasheshwar temple in Lepakshi. Lepakshi, Kodandaram temple, Kodandaram temple in Ontimitta, these two in proper Andhra Pradesh. Kodandaram temple in Ontimitta. Okay. Commander Vijayanagar style. Classic examples for Vijayanagar style, right like that. Kodandaram temple in Ontimitta are classic examples for Vijayanagar style. Full stop. Next paragraph. In sculpture, underline sculpture. In sculpture, the masterpieces of sculpture were R, use R because you still see them. Masterpieces are Ugra Narasimha statue. Ugra Narasimha. Ugra means wild, angry. Ugra Narasimha statue. Ugra Narasimha statue, comma, the stone car or stone chariot or car, you call it stone car, either way. Stone car in Vittalaswamy temple, and 7 musical pillars. 7 musical stone pillars. 7 musical stone pillars called Saptaswara Stambhas. Saptaswara Stambhas. Swara Stamba. Sthambas. Stambhas. Stamba means pillars. Full stop. However, come on, the massive Nandi statue in Lepakshi, Nandi statue in Lepakshi stands out as the best specimen of the Vijayanagar sculpture. Best specimen of the Vijayanagar sculpture, Shilpakala, sculpture. Full stop. Next paragraph. In painting, underline painting. In painting, the paintings of Vijayanagar times, are found in Virupaksha temple. Virupaksha temple in Hampi, temples of Tanjore, Tanjavur, and Lepakshi, temples of Lepakshi. Full stop. Next paragraph. In music, in Sangeet, in music, underline music, the beginnings of the great Carnatic music tradition, Carnatic music tradition, started. Full stop. Purandar Das was regarded as the father of Carnatic music. Full stop. Annamacharya, wait. himself and Annamacharya. Himself, Purandardasa, himself and Annamacharya. Himself and Annamacharya. Remember Annamacharya? Himself and Annamacharya both enriched, E-N-R-I-C-H-E-D, enriched the Carnatic music tradition. Carnatic music tradition with their kirtanas, with their kirtans. Full stop. The trio, T-R-I-O, Trimurti, the trio of Carnatic music, Muthuswami, Dikshitar, Shyama Shastri, and Chagarazu. All the three belonged to Tanjore, belonged to the court of Tanjore. Court, C-O-U-R-T. Court means samsthan. Court of Tanjore. Tanjore contributed substantially for the Carnatic music. First, particularly Chagarazu. Anybody from Andhra Pradesh? I am. They don't respond. Because Chagras actually comes from Andhra Pradesh. Okay. Andhras, unfortunately, they don't know anything great about themselves. Okay. That's the problem. Okay. This is the same problem. No one knows about their culture glory. Okay. You are exceptionally great in North India. You understand? Same thing. Okay. Chagarazu comes from Andhra Pradesh, settled in Tanjore. Right. Chagarazu, write down. Chagarazu composed kirtans dedicated to Ramachandra Prabhu. That's the question in UPSC. Are you understanding? They gave a wrong statement saying Chagaraja Kirtanas are in praise of Lord Krishna Bhagavan. That statement is wrong statement. He had not composed a single Kirtana in praise of Krishna. All his Kirtans were in praise of Ramachandra. Chagaraja Kirtanas. Fantastic, Ratnas, Pancharatnas. I am telling you, if time permits, read MS. Listen to MS. MS Subbalakshmi. Gana Gandharva. Okay. An angel had come to this earth. MS. Okay. I don't know how many of you people, when you get up in the morning, listen to Vishnu Sahasranama. Okay. Have you heard of Helen Keller? By touching, she will tell you your past, future and everything. Blind woman. Okay. When she placed her hand on MS, Her first response was this: MS, you are an angel. Okay, listen. If you don't listen to MS means, my dear, you are losing, you have definitely lost something in life. Classics, either in music or painting, all you must see and listen and enjoy. That's one way of leading a better life. खाना खा के सोना, ये बीट प्रिपरेशन, ये बेकार है ये लाइफ. You and I are condemned souls. Me teaching the same thing history. You are writing bits, preparing for civil service. God knows when you will settle in life. You understand? After that again, you have the problems, one after the other. When are we leading life of our own? Think about these things. Okay? You must read classics. You must listen to the music. Fantastic music. MS. I just can't, without listening to MS, I don't start my day. Okay? It's not a day for me. Okay? So, see, Kirtanas, write down. Okay. Jagarasu composed Kirtanas in praise of Lord Ramchandra Prabhu. Full stop. Next paragraph. In dance, underline dance. Next paragraph. In dance, the popular classical dance forms of South India developed during this period. This period means Vijayanagar period. Full stop. Bharatamuni introduced Bharatanatyam. Very important. All these things are very important. Definitely you will get questions. Bharatamuni introduced Bharatanatyam, the most popular dance form. On the basis of his Natya Shastra. On the basis of his Natya Shastra. Full stop. It actually developed as a dance of, the dance form of Devadasis. It was actually the dance form of the Devadasis. Full stop. It was due to the efforts of best efforts of Rukmini Arundel. Rukmini Arundel, wife of George Arundel, wife of George, Georg, George Arundel, the General Secretary of Theosophical Society. General Secretary of Theosophical Society, that Bharatanatyam got a respectable position. Write down. Bharatanatyam got respectable position. Full stop. Can you, my dear? Can you or can't you? Can you write? Fine. Next paragraph. Next paragraph. Siddhendra Yogi. Siddhendra. Siddhendra Yogi. Siddhendra Yogi introduced Kuchipudi. Kuchi. Kuchipudi. Pudi. I will explain all these dance forms later when I go to culture part. Kuchipudi, okay, comma, which had become the official dance form of Andhra Pradesh. Which had become the official dance form of AP. Next. Perini Natyam. Very, very important. You are getting questions. Perini Natyam. Perini Natyam, underline Perini Natyam. Actually, dance form of Kakatiyas. Actually, dance form of Kakatiyas. Performed by emotionally charged Veerashaivas. Emotionally charged Veerashaivas. Perini Natyam, okay, actual dance form of Kakatiyas, performed by emotionally charged Veerashaivas. Next. Yakshaganam. Underline Yakshaganam. The popular dance form of Karnataka, state Karnataka. All developed during this period. All developed during this period. Full stop. Fine. Now give the subheading. Literature. In literature, it was a golden age. It was a golden age. Particularly in Telugu literature. Full stop. Prabandha Yuga started, age of Prabandhas. Prabandha Yuga means age. Prabandha Yuga, Prabandha, Prabandha, Prabandha Yuga, age of Prabandhas. Underline Prabandha Yuga. Yuga means age. Prabandha Yuga started in Telugu literature with Allasani Peddana. Allasani Peddana. Allasani Peddana. You must have come across the expression Peddanna. Anna. Anna. Right? Add Pedda. Pedda means elderly. Okay. Try to remember this way. Somehow or the other you develop a technique of your own. Allasani Peddana. Prabandha Yuga started with Allasani Peddana, apostrophes. Allasani Peddana's Manucharitra. Very important. Manucharitra. Allasani Peddana's Manucharitra. Underline Manucharitra. Full stop. Next. Pancha Mahakavyas in Telugu literature. Pancha Mahakavyas. Underline Pancha Mahakavyas. Next paragraph. Pancha Mahakavyas in Telugu literature were written during this period. They included, Panchamaha included, number 1, Sringara Naishadam. Sringara Naishadam. Sringara Naishadam by Srinath. Number 2, Parijata Paharanam. What was Parijata? Tree, flower, name, female. Where can you see Parijata? Let's go for Parijata, see who is he. I understand. Divine flower. Parijata. Krishna Bhagavan goes to heavens to steal that plant, Parijata, that flower, to bring it down to the earth for the sake of Satyabhama. How he had stolen this flower? Parijata Apaharana. Apaharana means stealing. Okay. Parijata Paharanam. Apaharanam by Nandi Timmana. Nandi Timma. Nandi Timmana. Sri Kalahastishwara Mahachyam. Kalahastishwar Mahatyam by Kumara Durjeti. Kumara Durjeti. Kumara Durjeti. Kumara Durjeti. Next. Panduranga Mahachyam. Panduranga. By Tenali Ramalinga. Have you heard of Tenali Ramalinga? his stories, Tenali Ramalingam, and Amukta. Who wrote Amukta Malyada? Good. Amukta Malyada by Krishnadev Rai. 5 great classics in Telugu literature. Full stop. Next. Muttupalani, Tamil poetess. So it's not poet, poetess. Muttupalani, Tamil poet, Muttupalani. Muttu, Palani. Muttupalani, a poetess, wrote Radhika Swantanam. Radhika Swantanam. Radhika Swantanam in Telugu. She wrote it in Telugu. Fine, that's enough in literature. This is all cultural contribution. Clear? This is overall view. You don't have to refer to any other textbook, I'm telling you, on South Indian, particularly Vijayanagar. Fine. Now you close all that. Listen. It's the end of the chapter Vijayanagar Empire. Now you are left with Bahmani Empire. When it comes to Bahmani Empire, it was founded exactly after 10 years of the foundations of Vijayanagar Empire. In 1336, Vijayanagar Empire was founded. 1346, Bahmani Empire was founded by the chief tax collectors of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Tax collectors were called Amils. Chief tax collectors, Saddam Amils. Saddam Amils, they revolted. Against Muhammad bin Tughlaq at Devagiri, that means Daulatabad, under the leadership of Jafar Khan. This Jafar Khan is a designation. Jafar Khan means military commander, designation. His actual name Ismail Muk. This Ismail Muk, according to Perista, Persian chronicler, was brought up by a Brahmin called Gangu. As a token of his respect and love for that Gangu, Ismail Muk founded Bahmani Empire. Muslims call Brahmins Bahman. Right? Title Alauddin Hasan Bahman Gangu. His title Alauddin Hasan Bahman Gangu, Brahmin Gangu. That's why in Bahmani Empire you don't see atrocities on Brahmins or non-Muslims. By and large, it's quite secular. Qutub Shahis of Golconda, the place I come from, we have a very composite culture, quite well-developed culture in Hyderabad. Okay. Some of the Hindus, they speak very fluent Urdu, classical Urdu. Okay. Even Muslims can't match their proficiency. Urdu is a very sweet language, my dear. One language where you don't have vulgar words. Okay, obscenity, this is Urdu. I am not talking about Urdu of auto rickshaw fellows. No. They corrupt every language, you understand? Language, language is a reflection of you are brought up and your culture. That's the point. Urdu is a fantastic language, very sweet language. Okay. So you see a composite culture developing in Bahmani kingdom. Okay. Alauddin Hassan Bahman Gangu. First capital city, Bidar. Gulbarga first capital city, second capital city, Bidar. Bidar. Right. If you remember, I told you, there were very frequent wars between Bahmans and the Bahman sultans and the Vijayanagar rulers for the sake of control over Raichur Doab. Okay. Alauddin Hassan defeated Harihara Raya, first Bahmani king to occupy Raichur Doab. Alauddin Hassan. Right. Then you have Muhammad Shah. Muhammad Shah II. Muhammad Shah I. Okay, Muhammad Shah I built Bada Masjid, big mosque in Gulbarga. Muhammad Shah II, Sultan always seen in the company of scholars, very much interested in natural sciences. You call him Aristotle. Aristotle II, second Aristotle, for his interest in natural sciences. Then you have Ahmad Shah coming to power. When Ahmad Shah came to power, you find large scale of Muslim incursions into south, Muslims coming from Persia, Iran. Irani Muslims coming and settling in Deccan. These Irani Muslims coming from Iran, settling in Deccan, you call them Afiq, A-F-I-Q, Afiq. Native Muslims were called Dakkani, D-E-C-C-A-N-I, Dakkani. Okay. Very soon differences started between the Afiqs and the Dakkanis. Afiqs coming from Iran, they always looked down upon the native Muslims. Why? Because most of the native Muslims were converted into Islam. The original one would always look down upon the converted fellow. Are you understanding? That's why we discourage conversions. Why we discourage conversions? It's not going to serve any purpose. If you change your religion and go to the other religion, don't think that they are ready to accept you. They look down upon you. For you, for them, you are corrupt fellow. Understand? Converted. They give you only secondary place. They don't give you a place on par with them. Okay. Afiqs always felt that they were the genuine Muslims. They never respected the Dakkanis. Got the point? But one thing, Afiqs were very efficient. Afiqs, very efficient and very talented revenue and military commanders. That's why sultans preferred Afiqs only, not Dakkanis. Okay. In Hyderabad, had one movement, Mulki movement. Are you Nawab, we are not promoting we the Muslims. You are promoting Marwadi and Hindu. Nawabs of Hyderabad, they always promoted Marwadis and Hindus. They never promoted Muslims. That's why there is a movement called Mulki movement. We are the Muslims. You are not promoting us, you being a Muslim. Okay. Nawab of Hyderabad, Mir Usman Ali, he never liked Muslims actually. Get the point? So now here, differences between Afiqs and the native Muslims called Dakkani. These differences started during the times of Ahmad Shah. Ahmad Shah shifted capital city from Gulbarga to Bidar. It was during his times, you have the great Sufi saint. Have you heard of his name? Bande Nawaz, Garib Nawab. Okay. We call him Garib Nawab. Bande Nawaz, Garib Nawab. His dargah is in Gulbarga. Okay. Hindus also go to these dargahs after they respect and all that. Okay. Fantastic devotional songs are there. and Bande Nawaz, Garib Nawaz. You must have seen, an autos also, 786 number. Did you observe? Symbolic expression for, the Bande Nawaz, Garib Nawaz. It's an auspicious number in Islam. Okay. His dargah was built during the times of Ahmad Shah. After him, Muhammad Shah III came to power, the greatest Sultan. Greatest not because of his individual merit, more because of his Prime Minister. His Prime Minister, Muhammad Gawan, one of the greatest Prime Ministers in the history, Muhammad Gawan, Afiq. Afiq means Iranian, a very efficient Gawan. When he took over the administration, there are only 4 provinces called Taraf, Taraf. That's the question in UPSC. You don't see this word Taraf again in any administrative system. Okay. You had come to know about sultans, right? Okay. You will come to know about, Mughals also. Okay. And you have seen, Gupta administration, right? Vijayanagar administration, Chola administration. Because they being Hindu, you cannot expect this word to be there. But in no other dynasty's administration, you see the word Taraf, Taraf. Taraf is a unique administrative system under the Bahmani Sultans. When Gawan took over the administration, there are only 4 Tarafs. Brilliant Gawan expanded the empire and made it into 8 Tarafs. Okay. 4 into 8, not by dividing, by expanding. You understand? That way he was 4 into, you made it into 8 means divide into 8. Okay, you can do that also, but not that way. He expanded the Bahmani Empire. Okay. Muhammad Gawan founded a madrasa. Look, this brilliant officer. A madrasa on the model of the Samarkand University. Samarkand, Iran, Iran's capital city. On the model of that Samarkand University, he started one madrasa with a library of 2,000 books in Bidar. Something phenomenal. Gawan, best known for his revenue reforms also. Okay. In some texts, we are told that Gawan inspired Raja Todarmal. Todarmal, the finance minister, revenue minister of Akbar. When I go to Mughals, I will tell you. Todarmal Bandobast. Okay. Todarmal Bandobast, a revenue system. Todarmal introducing the revenue system, Todarmal Bandobast, was definitely influenced by Gawan. Okay. This way, Gawan won the heart of the people, okay, for his brilliant reforms. This was definitely not liked by Dakkani nobles. Dakkanis turned jealous of Muhammad Gawan. Okay. When Gawan went to a place called Kondapalli near Vijayawada Junction in Andhra Pradesh, on an official trip, in the absence of Gawan, the Dakkani nobles got the young Sultan Muhammad Shah III drunk and complained against Muhammad Gawan. Convinced young Sultan Muhammad Shah III that Gawan himself had the ambitions to become Sultan. Secret ambition to become Sultan. In the drunken state, Muhammad Shah III ordered for execution of Gawan. Understand? When the orders were read out to Muhammad Gawan, poor fellow in Kondapalli, okay, he gave a prophecy. After me the downfall. For no fault of mine you are killing me. Okay. When you don't have the culture to respect an efficient person, you are welcoming for your own downfall. Okay. Gawan was hanged at Kondapalli. Okay. Exactly within 8 years, Bahmani Sultanate collapsed. Bahmani Empire was divided, collapsed, disintegrated. When Bahmani Empire was disintegrated, I already told you, I think, there are only 4 states. Bijapur, Bidar, Berar and Ahmednagar. Golconda was formed much later. Golconda was actually part of Bidar. Later Golconda became independent. That way you have 5 states. Actually there are 4 only. Take a note. Bahmani Empire. Bahmani. Bahmani Empire. Full stop. Underline the title. It was founded in 1346. It was founded in 1346 by the chief tax collectors. By the chief tax collectors of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Chief tax collectors of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, called Saddam Amils. Saddam, S-A-D-D-A-M. S-A-D-D-A-M. Saddam Amil, A-M-I-L. Who were Saddam Amils? Chief tax collectors. Saddam Amils, chief tax collectors called Saddam Amils. Full stop. They revolted. Saddam Amils revolted under the leadership of Ismail Muk. Ismail, I-S-M-A-I-L. Ismail Muk, M-U-K-H. Ismail Muk. Full stop. He took the title. Ismail Muk took the title. Alauddin Hassan Bahman Gangu. Alauddin, A-L-L-A-H, U-D-D-I-N. Alauddin Hassan, H-A-S-A-N. Bahman, B-A-H-A-M-A-N. Gangu, G-A-N-G-U. One full sentence of the page. Understand? Alauddin Hassan Bahman Gangu. Okay, full stop. Where did the revolt take place? I did not tell you there. Okay, kindly write down. The revolt took place at Devagiri. The revolt took place at Devagiri, that is Daulatabad. Full stop. Next paragraph. According to Perista, P-E-R-I-S-T-A. Perista, P-E-R-I-S-T-A. According to Perista, Persian chronicler, Perista. Alauddin Hassan was brought up by a Brahmin called Gangu. Full stop. Next, he was the first Sultan to occupy Raichur Doab. Raichur, R-A-I-C-H-U-R, Raichur Doab by defeating Harihara Raya of Vijayanagara Empire. Full stop. Next paragraph. Muhammad Shah I built the big mosque, that is masjid. Big mosque or masjid, bada masjid or masjid. Big mosque or bada masjid at Gulbarga, the first capital city. Full stop. Bidar was the second capital city. B-I-D-A-R, Bidar. Bidar was the second capital city. Full stop. Next paragraph. Muhammad Shah II was always seen in the company of scholars and poets. He was called Second Aristotle. Mark it important. Next. Ahmad Shah I. Ahmad, A-H-A-M-A-D. Ahmad Shah I shifted the capital city from Gulbarga to Bidar. Full stop. It was during his times, D-O-R-I-N-G, during his times, Persian nobles, Persian means Iranian, Persian noble, N-O-B-L-E, Persian nobles came to Deccan and settled in large number. Persian nobles came to Deccan, D-E-C-C-N, and settled in large number. They were called Afiqs, A-F-I-Q, A-F-I-Q, Afiqs. The native Muslims were called Deccanis. Native Muslims were called Deccani, D-E-C-C-A-N-I, Deccanis. There were differences between the two. Full stop. Next, the great Sufi saint great Sufi, S-U-F-I, saint, Sufi saint, Bande Nawaz, Bande, B-A-N-D, Bande Nawaz, N-A-W-A-Z, Bande Nawaz, Gishu Daraj, Gishu, G-E-E-S-U, or you can write it also G-I-S-U, Gishu. Daraj, D-A-R-A-Z, Bande Nawaz, Gishu Daraj, settled in Gulbarga. He settled in Gulbarga. His dargah was built. His dargah, D-A-R-G-A, dargah was built there, G-A-H, D-A-R-G-A-H, dargah. Dargah was built there. Full stop. Next, Muhammad Shah III. Next paragraph. Muhammad Shah III was the greatest of all the Delhi, of all the sultans, of all the Bahmani sultans. Full stop. Muhammad Gawan. Next paragraph, separate paragraph. Muhammad Gawan, G-A-W-A-N. Muhammad Gawan, G-A-W-A-N. Muhammad Gawan was the most popular Prime Minister of Muhammad Shah III. Prime Minister of Muhammad Shah III. He expanded Bahmani Empire. He expanded Bahmani Empire from 4 tarafs, 4 F-O-U-R, taraf, T-A-R-A-F, T capital letter, T-A-R-A-F, T-A-R-A-F-S, 4 tarafs to 8 tarafs. Full stop. Within brackets. Tarafs were the administrative units. Tarafs were the administrative units. Administrative units in the Bahmani Empire. You got a question on this. Tarafs were administrative units in the Bahmani Empire. Full stop. Next. In his revenue reforms, Gawan inspired, Gawan influenced, Raja Todarmal, Raja Todar, T-O-D-A-R-M-A-L, Raja Todarmal, Revenue Minister of Akbar. Next, very important. Gawan constructed, mark it, very important. Muhammad Gawan constructed a madrasa, M-A-D-A-R-A-S-A, madrasa at Bidar, BIDAR, Madrasa at Bidar, on the model of the Samarkand University. Samarkand, SAMAR, KHAND, SAMAR, KHAND, Samarkand University, with a library of Madrasa, with a library of 2000 books, 2000 titles. Full stop. Next paragraph. However, due to the conspiracy of Dakkani nobles, Dakkani, Deccani, nobles, Gawan was executed, Gawan was hanged. He was executed at Kondapalli, Konda, Konda, Palli, Palli, at Kondapalli, Konda, Palli, at Kondapalli in AP, in Andhra Pradesh. Full stop. Now give the subheading. Subheading Bahmani Confederacy. Bahmani Confederacy. Confederacy of 5 states. Bahmani Confederacy of 5 states. Right. Now you listen. You have 5 states for, actually 4. Bijapur, ruled by Adil Shahi dynasty. Bijapur, the biggest and the strongest state. Biggest in the confederacy of 5, Bijapur, ruled by Adil Shahi dynasty. In this dynasty, you have Ibrahim Adil Shah, very popular, the greatest Sultan of Bijapur, Ibrahim Adil Shah, a devotee of Ganesh Maharaj and Kanakadurga, always seen in saffron. Understand? You call him Jagat Guru for his secular outlook. Right? He wanted to make Bijapur, Vijayapuri. Okay. When Hampi was destroyed, he wanted to develop a center for culture glory of Deccan. Okay. That's why Bijapuri, Vijayapuri, otherwise. Understand? Sultan Ibrahim Shah. Sultan, Ibrahim Shah II of Bijapur, popular as Jagat Guru. After him, you have Adil Shah II, Muhammad Adil Shah, the rulers of Bijapur. When Bijapur was flourishing very well, then you see Mughals became the rulers in North India. Already Babur founded Mughal dynasty. Next chapter is that only. After Babur, you have Humayun. After Humayun, you have Akbar. Akbar was hardcore imperialist. Akbar sent Abul Fasal to conquer Ahmednagar, first Bahmani state occupied by Mughals, Ahmednagar. Rani Chand Bibi defeated by Abul Fasal in 1600. Ahmednagar in Maharashtra, headquarters for the Deccan, for the Mughals in Deccan. So incursions of the Mughals started into the Deccan. Problem, these Bahmani sultans were all Shia. Mughals were Sunni. Sunni, conservative Sunnis. Okay. When Aurangzeb came to power, he was not for allowing these Shia states to survive. Are you understanding? Okay. One of the reasons, I don't want to discuss, better not I discuss, leave it. Okay. Yeah, that's a sensitive matter, better not I discuss. Okay. Shia Sunni rivalries were there. They are there. They are there even today. Understand? Aurangzeb attacked Bijapur. First it was in 1656, he occupied Bijapur. Shah Jahan had 4 sons, Dhara, Shuja, Aurangzeb and Murad. Dhara always in the court assisting his father. Shuja, governor of Bengal. Right. Murad, governor of Gujarat. Aurangzeb, Mughal viceroy in Deccan, Ahmednagar. Okay, that is the headquarters for the Mughals. Aurangzeb, a conservative Aurangzeb. His policy not to allow Shia states to survive. That's why in 1656 he attacked Bijapur, conquered Bijapur, brought it under his control. 1657, Aurangzeb attacked Golconda, occupied that also. The defeated sultans of Bijapur and Golconda, they approached Dara, first son of Shah Jahan. There are rivalries between Dara and Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb conservative, Dara liberal. Dara secular Dara. Dara translated Upanishads into Persian. I told you, I think, Dara used to wear $1. On one side you see Vishnu Bhagavan, the other side you have holy Quranic verses. Secular Dara. Because of Dara's mediation, the sultans of Golconda and Bijapur, they got back their territories. That's why Aurangzeb was frustrated. He turned against Shah Jahan. He developed his grudge against Dara. He developed contempt for Dara. Okay. When he himself became the ruler, okay, Aurangzeb killed Dara, killed all his brothers. Murad was also killed, Shuja was killed somewhere. Okay. Now Aurangzeb became himself the ruler. Aurangzeb's first son, Prince Akbar. You have another Akbar. You call him Prince Akbar. Okay. First Mughal emperor, great Mughal emperor, greatest of the Mughals, Akbar, son of Humayun. Aurangzeb also had his first son called Akbar. Right. Akbar revolted against his father Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb very cruel in punishments. Aurangzeb wanted to punish Akbar, Prince Akbar, who revolted. When I go to proper Mughals, I will tell you that. Now Akbar left Rajputana, where he was staying. He was running after his life. He knew very well. Okay, once he was caught means it's a dog's day. Aurangzeb very cruel in punishments. Dara was boiled to death. Boiled to death. Such cruel punishments. Where to go? Now Prince Akbar ran away and came to Deccan, took shelter in the court of Shambhaji, son of Shivaji. Already by the time Shivaji Maharaj founded Swaraj. National hero Shivaji, fighting for cause self-respect. Fight for Swaraj is not to fight against Islam. Got the point? Fight for your self-respect, your identity is not a fight against Islam. You don't impose your culture. We are Marathas, we have our own language, our history, our heritage, everything. We want our word to prevail in our land. That is Swaraj. It's not a fight against Islam. That's why Shivaji Maharaj instructing his troops not to misbehave with Muslim women, not to harass Muslim children, not to desecrate Holy Quran, not to demolish the mosque. That's uncivilized. Are you civilized or not? Statesmanly qualities means you must have a vision of future. You shall stand out yourself to be a role model for others. Okay. So now Shivaji's Swaraj was founded. Shamba, his son. Shamba gave shelter to Prince Akbar. When the news reached Aurangzeb that Prince Akbar took shelter in the court of Shamba, Aurangzeb left Agra. In 1682, he never returned to Agra. For 25 years, Mughal emperor stayed in Ahmednagar. He died only in Ahmednagar. He never came to North India back. When the news reached, Prince Akbar that his father left Agra, Akbar fellow ran away to Persia. Poor fellow Shamba was caught. Got the point? Shamba was caught. Shamba was met with a very cruel end. Maratha festival, Gudi Padwa, annual festival. One day before that, Shamba was killed. Understand? When I go to Marathas, I have to discuss all this. Point here is, now Aurangzeb is stationed himself in Deccan. Now he conquered one after the other, the Bahmani states. 1686, Bijapur. 1687, Golconda. Golconda, the last state. Right. That's how Bahmani Confederacy collapsed. Completely became part of the Mughal Empire, one after the other. Take a note. Is it time for your break? Huh? Right. Bahmani Confederacy. It consisted of Bahmani Confederacy consisted of actually 4 states. Golconda was the 5th state. Formed much later. Full stop. Before its formation as independent kingdom. Before its formation. Golconda, before its formation as independent kingdom, it was part of Bidar. B-I-D-A-R. Bidar. Full stop. Next paragraph. The kingdoms and dynasties. Bahmani kingdoms and dynasties. Number 1. Bijapur. Bijapur, ruled by Adil Shahi dynasty. Adil Shahi dynasty, founded by Adil Shahi dynasty, founded by Adil Khan. Adil, A-D-H-I-L, or A-D-I-L, Adil Khan. That's why dynasty Adil Shahi. Full stop. Ibrahim Adil Shah. Ibrahim Adil Shah. Was the greatest. Popular as Jagadguru, Jagadguru, Jagadguru for his secular outlook, a devotee for Ganesh. He was a devotee of Ganesh and Kanakadurga, Durga. Full stop. He was also known for Ibrahim Adil Shah, also known for promoting Urdu language. Urdu. Full stop. Next. Aurangzeb occupied Bijapur. Aurangzeb occupied Bijapur for the first time in 1656. 1656 and finally in 1686. 1686. Full stop. Are you clear? I told you when Aurangzeb stationed in Deccan, he completed the annexation. 1686. Full stop. Next. Second kingdom, Bidar. Bidar, ruled by Barid Shahi dynasty. Barid, B-A-R-I-D. Barid Shahi dynasty, founded by Qasim Barid. Barid Shahi dynasty, founded by Qasim Barid. Okay. Barring that, there is nothing to talk about these fellows. Okay, that's enough. Okay. Next, third one, Berar, B-E-R-A-R. Berar, ruled by Imad Shahi. Imad Shahi dynasty. Founded by Imad ul Mulk. It was founded by Imad ul Mulk. That's why it's called Imad Shahi dynasty. Imad ul Mulk. Next. Fourth one, Ahmednagar. Ahmednagar was ruled by Nizam Shahi. Ruled by Nizam Shahi dynasty. Nizam Shahi dynasty, founded by Nizam Khan. Full stop. It was the first Bahmani state. Ahmednagar, first Bahmani state. conquered by the Mughals. Conquered by the Mughals. Full stop. In 1600, 1600, Abul Fazl, Abul, A-B-U-L, Fazl, F-A-Z-A-L, Abul Fazl, sent by Akbar, sent, S-E-N-T, sent by Akbar, defeated Rani Chand Bibi, defeated Rani Chand, C-H-A-N-D, Bibi, B-I-B-I, Rani Chand Bibi, okay, comma, the most popular woman ruler, most popular woman ruler, and occupied Ahmednagar. Class, listen. In the history of Ahmednagar, you have two great personalities worth mentioning. One, woman ruler Chand Bibi. The other one, Malik Ambar. Malik Ambar, Prime Minister of Ahmednagar. An Afiq. Afiq means Iranian. Very efficient Ambar. It was Malik Ambar first to introduce guerrilla warfare in Deccan. What is guerrilla warfare? Surgical strikes. Okay. Hide and seek out game with the enemy. When your force can't match with the enemies, hit the fellow when he is unaware of your movements and run away. You understand? Shivaji Maharaj, an expert in guerrilla war. Shivaji very much influenced by Malik Ambar. Malik Ambar was the first to start guerrilla warfare in Deccan. Understand? He defeated Mughal armies, not once, twice. Okay. At one time, it became extremely difficult for Mughals to bring back Ahmednagar under their control. Jahangir's first attempt ended up as a disaster. Malik Ambar defeated Mughals. Second attempt, Jahangir had to send Khurram. Khurram means Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan, brilliant commander. Okay. When Shah Jahan conquered Ahmednagar, Jahangir, overwhelmed with joy, gave him the title Shah Jahan. That means Khurram, actually, his name. Title Shah Jahan. Malik Ambar was also the first to introduce Council of 8 Ministers called Ashtapradhans. You know, Shivaji's ministers are also called Ashtapradhans. Because Shivaji's father Shaji, okay, was a Jagirdar of Pune. Pune comes under Ahmednagar purview, jurisdiction. That way Shivaji was very much influenced by Malik Ambar. Clear? Take a note. Next paragraph under Ahmednagar. Next paragraph under Ahmednagar. Malik Ambar. Malik, M-A-L-I-K. Ambar, A-M-B-A-R. Malik Ambar, the most popular Prime Minister. Most popular Diwan or Prime Minister of Ahmednagar. Mark Malik Ambar, very important. He was the first to introduce guerrilla warfare. Guerrilla, G-U-E-R-E-L-L-A. Guerrilla war in Deccan. In Deccan and defeated the Mughals. Full stop. He inspired Shivaji Maharaj in guerrilla war tactics, and in forming a council of 8 ministers, called Ashtabradhans. So who was the first to constitute Ashtabradhans? Malik Ambar. Full stop. Right. Next, give the subheading Golconda, fifth state Golconda. Golconda. Golconda means today's which city you can call Golconda today? Hyderabad. If you don't know, better you write that. Okay. Golconda means Hyderabad. Don't use the word Hyderabad. Hyderabad, Asaf Jahis, but that's the city. Golconda part of Hyderabad today. Okay. Full stop. Golconda ruled by Qutub Shahi dynasty. Qutub, Q-U-T-U-B. Q-U-T-U-B. Qutub Shahi dynasty. Founded by Quli Qutub Shah. Quli, Q-U-L-I. Qutub, Q-U-T-U-B. Quli Qutub Shah. Popular as Bade Malik. Quli Qutub Shah, popular as Bade Malik. Bade, B-A-D-E. Listen. Bade Malik, 90 years. Okay. Age-wise, 90 years. Okay. Bade Malik's two sons, okay, Mir Jamshid and Ibrahim Shah. Ibrahim Quli Qutub Shah. Mir Jamshid turned already 65. His father not dying. When he would come to power, that's the problem. So while Bade Malik was going for his namaz, this fellow murdered his father. Got the point? Mir Jamshid, murdering his father, came to power. Okay. Mir Jamshid had driven away his brother, Ibrahim Quli, from the Golconda fort. That made Ibrahim Quli to go to Vijayanagara Empire and to take shelter in the house of Ram Rai. You remember Ali Ram Rai? I told you Ram Rai. Ram Rai had no children. He had showered his love and affection upon Ibrahim Quli, treated him as his son. Ibrahim Quli learned Sanskrit there in Hampi. For 6 years he stayed there. When his brother Mir Jamshid, the fellow who killed his father, died of cancer, Mir Jamshid died of cancer. So Ibrahim Quli came back to Golconda, to rule Golconda. Once he became the Sultan of Golconda, he turned very arrogant. This was something that was intolerable for Ram Rai, Ali Ram Rai. You are a beggar, you have taken shelter in my house. Now it's that you have become the Sultan, you turn, arrogant. Yeah. There is one student of mine who had not seen 10 rupee note for weeks together. Brilliant fellow. I made him to stay in my room. I joined this service of teaching for civil service people at the age of 22 as assistant professor. Okay. Not actually interested in marriage. My marriage, late marriage. Okay. I was always with the students only. Okay. Then I made him to stay with me in my room. Right. This fellow, in the first attempt, got into IRS. Brilliant, definitely. Okay. Comes from, lower caste. Caste-wise, lower caste. One fine morning I asked him, "Are you are going after one girl, right? Your own caste. You are marrying her?" "Yes." "Yes, sir, I am marrying." But the fellow ditched her, took 90 lakhs dowry, and got into one upper caste family. Poor girl, she committed suicide. Get the point? He is in a very powerful position now. Okay. When I was in my class, he came and said to his attender, "एक बार नीचे आओ, साहब इंतजार कर रहा है तुम्हारे लिए." कौन है वो साहब? "नो साहब, आपको मालूम है ना, वो उसका नेम आई डोंट वांट टू टेल. ही इज वेटिंग देयर." मैं बोला उनको, वो मर गया. The one I know him, he dead. He is not there. Go and tell the same to yourself. Ask him not to come to me. Dirty fellow, you are a beggar. Okay. You cheated one girl. You are responsible for the death of one girl. Okay. And above that, you show your, arrogance, he said. Okay. Tomorrow, be watchful. The moment you see the 3 words IAS, don't behave otherwise. Okay. Don't forget your past. This is the disease most of the IAS officers have today. The moment they go to Missouri, they think they are born to rule the world. At the point. Okay. Problem was with Ibrahim Kuli that way. He turned very arrogant. That's why in yesterday's class I told you, Ali Ram Rai encouraged the Sultan of Bijapur to defeat Ibrahim Kuli. He taught a lesson to Ibrahim. Get the point. Ibrahim Kuli, well versed in Sanskrit. You call him Malki Baran for his proficiency in Sanskrit. Ibrahim Kuli's son Muhammad Kuli the greatest. He built Charminar. Have you heard of Charminar? When I go to architecture, I will tell you. Okay. Muhammad Kuli Qutub Shah had fallen in love with Bagmati. Okay. Bhagyanagar. Okay. Qutub Shahis, they are definitely secular. In Hyderabad, we very rarely, bring religion into picture. Understand? We go to their house, they come to our house, and it's a composite culture, good culture. Muhammad Kuli Qutub Shah, okay, well versed in Urdu. You call him the father of Urdu poetry, Chaucer of Urdu poetry, Chaucer, father of English poetry. Just as Chaucer for English poetry, Muhammad Kuli for Urdu poetry. Kuliyat Kuli, he composed ghazals. After him, not that great sultans ruling Golconda. Abul Hasan Tani Shah the last. His Brahmin ministers, Akkanna and Madanna, his Brahmin ministers. Aurangzeb attacked Golconda in 1687. Class, remember, Golconda, the strongest fort in Deccan, most scientifically built fort. It took 6 months for Mughal Emperor. 6 months for Mughal Emperor. That too by treachery. He bribed the gatekeeper, got the doors opened in the midnight. No chance of Aurangzeb conquering Golconda. If you lock the fort once, you have fields within Golconda. You have water tanks within Golconda. You can remain for a long time, not venturing outside. Understand? Strongest fort. Take a note. Qutub Shahis of Golconda, Bade Malik, right? Bade Malik means Kuli Qutub Shah. Full stop. Next. Ibrahim Kuli. Ibrahim Kuli, Quli, was the first great sultan. Muhammad Quli. Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah was the greatest. Acha, wait, my dear. Ibrahim Quli, add one more statement there. Ibrahim Quli, for his proficiency in Sanskrit, he was called Malki Baran, Malki, Malki, Malkibaran, Malki Baran, by Sanskrit poets. Next, Muhammad Quli, the greatest. Founded the city Bhagyanagar. Bhagyanagar, in memory of his love Bhagmati. In memory of his love Bhagmati. Built Charminar. He built Charminar and Makkah Masjid. Full stop. Next, Abul Hasan Tani Shah. Abul Hasan, A-B-U-L. Abul Hasan Tani Shah, T-A-N-I-S-H-A. The last of the dynasty. Defeated by Aurangzeb. In 1687. Golconda Akkanna, A-K-K, Akka, A-K-K-A-N-N-A, A-K-K-A-N-N-A, Akkanna, and Madanna, M-A-D-A-N-N-A, were the Brahmin ministers of Tani Shah. Golconda was the last state. Golconda was the last Bahmani state. Conquered by the Mughals. Right. You should stop here. Go for your break. Having completed the regional dynasties of the north and the south, now you are straightaway entering into the history of the Mughals. Mughals, the dynasties founded by Babur, Jahiruddin Muhammad, his title, his name, actual name Jahiruddin Muhammad. Babur, surname. Babur literally means tiger, lived like a tiger. Jahiruddin Muhammad, Babur. Son of Umar Sheikh Mirza, and Amir Turgai. Umar Sheikh Mirza connected to the Timurid family, Timur, Emperor of Persia. And Amir Turgai, she was connected to Genghis Khan, Genghis Khan's lineage. That way Babur inherited the qualities of his great ancestors, Timur and Genghis Khan. Umar Sheikh Mirza, father of Babur, was the ruler of Fargana, a small state in Afghanistan, Fargana. Babur had to come to power at a very tender age, when Umar Sheikh Mirza died. Babur's ambition was to conquer Samarkand, capital city of Timur, his great-grandfather. That was his life ambition. In this ambition to conquer Samarkand, the seat of his great-grandfather, Babur lost his own state, Fargana. He went to conquer Samarkand. He lost his own state, Fargana. Fargana was occupied by his cousin brothers Mirzas. So neither Samarkand nor Fargana. Get the point. Babur languished in the deserts and the forests of Afghan region for a long time. No one to support him. With the help of the Shah of Persia, Emperor of Persia himself, Babur could gain back his own state, Fargana. Then he made up his mind not to go for conquering Samarkand. There's no point. It's not his cup of tea. Right. So why not Hindustan? If you are not able to conquer Samarkand, why not Delhi? His great-grandfather Timur conquered Delhi. So Babur shifted his attention from the west to east. Instead of Samarkand, he decided to conquer Delhi. Babur came to India for the first time in 1519, 1519. He conquered a small place called Bedera in Gujarat. In 1524, if you remember, Sangha, Rana Sangha, Alam Khan and Daulat Khan Lodi, they all invited Babur against Ibrahim Lodi. Their request was to depose Ibrahim and to go back to Fargana. They had not understood the real intentions of Babur. Deposing Ibrahim Lodi, in what way that would benefit Babur? Right. In 1526, Babur came to India on his own. No one invited him, on his own, with 12,000 army. You remember I told you, 1526, April 21st. First battle of Panipat. Now Babur conquered Delhi. First he made Ajmer his capital city. Later he shifted to Delhi. Babur founded Mughal dynasty, not Mughal empire. Every year he had to go for some war or the other. Babur's most formidable enemy, very powerful enemy, Rana Sangha, Sangrama Singha. I told you his name struck terror in the heart of the enemies. His forces highly demoralized, Babur's forces. They had no spirit to face Sangha, to inculcate confidence in them, right, to motivate them. Babur took an oath that he won't touch wine and woman if he scores victory against Sangha. That led to Battle of Kanwa. In 1527, Babur defeated Rana Sangha. In 1528, you remember while discussing Sisodiyas, I told you all this. 1527, Battle of Kanwa. 1528, Babur defeated Rana Medni Rai. Mednirai of Chanderi in the Battle of Chanderi. Then 1529, Babur left for Bengal. Afghans were maximum concentrated in Bihar and Bengal. What happened was, Ibrahim Lodi an Afghan. Lodis were Afghans. If you kill Ibrahim Lodi, you think Afghans would keep quiet? Racial and group loyalties are very strong there. Right. So, war now, the clash for Delhi was between Timurids and the Afghans. Babur comes under the family Timurid family. Afghans, who shall rule Delhi? That is the question. You have to end your enemy. Never allow enemy to flourish. That's why Babur had to attack Bengal. Then Bengal was ruled by Muhammad Lodi, brother of Ibrahim Lodi. In the Battle of Gogra, 1529, Babur defeated Muhammad Lodi. That's the first battle where he had seen. That's the first instance where he had come across Sher Shah. Sher Shah Suri, Afghan. All Afghans now rallied solidly behind, but they were defeated. Defeated Afghans were made to serve in the Mughal army. They were incorporated. They were allowed to work in the Mughal army. While Babur was in Bengal, after the Battle of Gogra, he got the distressing news that his first son, Humayun, had fallen sick. Babur had 4 sons, Humayun, Askari, Hindal and Kamran. Daughter, Gulbadan Begum. Gulbadan, highly qualified woman. Gulbadan Begum wrote Humayun Nama on her brother Humayun, the eldest brother Humayun. That means the first son of Babur. Babur had great love and affection for Humayun. Generally, father will have great love for the first son. Now Babur came back to Delhi, understand, offered prayers to God to take away his life instead of his son. How you can give your life to someone who is almost said to die? It is said that if you take circumambulation around the bed, not around the bed, behind the bed 3 times, then you can pass your life for the person who is suffering from the problem. Your life, you are giving your life. It is said that Babur had done that. That's why there was miraculous recovery for Humayun. Humayun recovered. Babur died. Babur died of flu. Understand? His wish was that he should be buried in Kabul. He never liked India. For the reasons, Indians had no taste for gardening. India very hot, no greenery. They are the complaints of Babur. Okay. Indians not good in gardening. Kabul, very beautiful Kabul. So he wanted to be buried in Kabul, that too a tomb not covered by any slab, open air. Muslims, they order for constructing tombs, T-O-M-B, tombs, when they are alive. Are you understanding? When you are alive, you have to order for construction of your own tomb, because your son, there is no guarantee. He may understand. He may discard your body. Right. So, you have to order for your own construction of your own tomb when you are alive. That's the place where you are going to be buried. It must be built according to your taste and your passion. So Babur's request was to be buried in Kabul. Until the tomb was completed, his dead body was kept at Arambagh, Taj, Agra. In Agra you have Taj Mahal. Behind Taj Mahal you have gardens there. Arambagh Gardens, okay. Nurul Afshan Gardens. These gardens were developed by Babur. Okay. Babur, a prolific scholar in Turkey, his mother tongue Turkey, he wrote Babarnama. Babarnama in Turkey. Grand poetic style. Very literate, highly qualified scholar. Okay. He talks about contemporary Indian society in detail. Okay. This text, Babarnama, was translated into Persian. Persian by Abdur Rahim Khan. Abdur Rahim Khan, son of Vairam Khan. Okay. When you go to Nizamuddin railway station, I don't know whether you observed it or not, just 500 meters away from the station, on your right side you can see a very big, structure. Okay. The tomb of Abdur Rahim Khan A. Khanan. It's written Khan A. Khanan. Abdur Rahim, son of Bairam Khan. Bairam Khan. He translated Babar's Babarnama. Okay. Or Tujak A. Babari. Tujak A. Babari into Persian. Actual language, Turkey. Same Babarnama or Tujak A. Babari translated into English by Madame Beveridge. Madame Beveridge. Okay, until quite recently she was alive. Very, old lady. She was fascinated by Afghanistan. Understand? You must have seen movie Kesari. Lovely hills and flowing streams. Very beautiful landscapes you have. Okay. Problem is with Afghans, not with Afghanistan. You understand? Right. So that's the place where he wanted to be buried. After the death of Babur, you have Humayun coming to power. Humayun literally means most fortunate. Literal meaning fortunate. But of all the Mughals, the most unfortunate fellow. Names are deceptive. Right? The fellow's name Amar. He died very next day. Kya Amar hai wo? Humayun means most fortunate. But the most unfortunate of all the Delhi Sultans. Kind-hearted. Well-behaved, kind-hearted. Only the problem is he would take everything for granted. Okay. Easy going, no sense of purpose. Easy going. Okay. Babur, with great industry, hard work, labor, built the empire. He lived like a tiger, that's what I said. Okay. If someone tells you that you are like a lion, don't accept, I told you. Okay. Because tiger only comes alone. Okay. Lions won't come alone. Okay. Babur was like a tiger. Okay. Now Humayun, okay, he wasted his time in Gana Bajana. Understand? The way he was conducting himself was very closely being watched by Afghan Sardars. Afghans were waiting for an opportunity. Your enemy would always be vigilant and very observant. He would be very cautious. He would be constantly observing you. They understood that Humayun had no good qualities as a commander, not like his father. Okay. In 1637, Rani Karnavati, wife of Sangha, she sent a Rakhi treating Humayun as her brother, requesting Humayun to come to her rescue against Bahadur Shah of Gujarat. Humayun went to Mewar, but he had not supported Karnavati. He simply kept watching the tamasha there. A golden opportunity for Mughals to win the support of the sons of the soil, bravest sons of the soil, Rajputs. He had not supported Karnavati, but his presence made the difference. When Bahadur Shah too had seen the forces of the Mughals coming in support of Rani Karnavati, he receded back. Chasing Bahadur Shah too, Humayun entered into Gujarat. He defeated Bahadur Shah too. He defeated Bahadur Shah too, occupied Gujarat. There again he started wasting time, celebrating his victory, Gana Bajana. Understand? This is what that Afghans were actually waiting for. They are convinced that they could take a chance with Humayun. The great Afghan leader, Sher Shah. Sher Shah Suri. Understand? Actual name, Farid. Farid, after all, Jagirdar of Khawaspur, Tanda and Sasram. Jagirdar of Khawaspur, Sasram and Tanda. Sher Shah's actual name, Farid. But brilliant commander, seasoned revenue officer. Sher Shah, a deadly combination of lion and fox. If situation is not in your favor, you see Sher Shah like a fox. When situation is in your favor, he would act like a lion. There's a question. Sher Shah, a rare combination of a lion and fox. Discuss history optional students. Definitely Humayun not a match to Sher Shah. This man, Farid, Farid was given the title Sher Shah when he with empty hands, with bare hands, he killed a tiger. Babar Khan Lohani, the ruler of Bihar, conferred upon him the title Sher Shah. With empty hands he killed tiger. When Babar Khan Lohani died, Sher Shah married his queen, his wife. That's how he became the master of Bihar. With lightning speed, Sher Shah occupied Bengal. Mughals lost Bengal. Our Humayun celebrating his victory in Gujarat. Gana Bajana full josh se chal raha hai. Now he came to know that Bengal lost. Humayun declared war on Sher Shah. That too in the rainy season, Humayun entered into Bihar. Very poor commander. Understand? Rainy season you can't move forward, right? Sher Shah made Humayun, believe. Sher Shah known for his tactics. You can't match the awe-striking Mughal army. Mughal army very powerful. So how to face them? That's why he divided his army into two contingents. Kept one contingent with him and posted another one at Kannauj. A deadly strategy. He's got the rumors spread. Rumors spread that he was lurking in the fort Chunar. Rumor. Sher Shah is there in Chunar. Rumor. Actually he was not there in Chunar. Humayun, believing the rumors, attacked the fort Chunar and got the fort exploded. For exploding the fort, he got all his ammunition exhausted. Tapa, blow. हो गया पूरा. अब तुम्हारे पास कुछ नहीं है. That was what actually Sher Shah wanted. Mughals are very strong with artillery forces. Your strength is artillery, so you have to weaken them first by affecting that. Now these cannons are of no use. All ammunition got exhausted. This was what Sher Shah was waiting for. Now you see, Sher Shah took the lead, defeated Humayun. Defeated Humayun in the battle, Chausa. Now Humayun fellow was petrified, defeated. He was running back to Delhi. Sher Shah knew very well. If you have to go back to Delhi, you have to go via Ayodhya only. Kannauj. He already kept one contingent of army there. So Humayun was caught. caught between the forces already waiting there. Got the point? And Sher Shah chasing him from behind. Another battle was fought. That's called Battle of Bilgram or Kannauj. In this battle also Humayun defeated. Okay, poor fellow, he didn't know how to swim. He simply jumped into river Ganga, got drowned in the waters. Right. His father Babur used to swim across river Ganga. Swimming across river Ganga. Babur was known for his muscle power. His son, he didn't know how to swim. He got drowned in the waters. Humayun was saved by Abdullah, water carrier Abdullah. Then Humayun gave a word to Abdullah. It's because of you I am saved. If I come back to Delhi again, rule Delhi again, you Abdullah will make you to sit on the throne for one day. Ek din ka sultan. He honored his word. That's why we say Humayun, good at heart. Now Mughals lost Delhi. Humayun defeated. Battle of Bilgram or Kannauj, 1540. 1540. Sher Shah straight away entered into Delhi, occupied Delhi. Sher Shah Suri founded Sur dynasty. Sur dynasty. Sher Shah, an Afghan. The only Afghan who got Delhi from the Mughals, it was Sher Shah. 1540 to 45. For 5 years only Sher Shah ruled. Brilliant reforms he introduced. Okay. I'll discuss about the reforms of Sher Shah later. Sher Shah died in 1545 due to an explosion in the battle Kalanjir. Fire accident. He won the battle. Poor fellow died of fire accident. Right. Now Humayun was languishing. Humayun was going from one place to the other seeking shelter. None of his brothers had come to his rescue. He had 3 brothers. No Muslim had given him shelter. It was Rana Prasad of Amarkot who gave shelter to Humayun. Okay. Now Humayun, that's why you see, he always used to, take life very easy. Easy going, understand? Okay. No sense of purpose. Array, your father's empire was lost. It's a major shock for the Mughals, but not for Humayun. Humayun had fallen in love with Hamida Banu Begum. क्या करना है कुछ नहीं है करने के लिए. This prelim attempt failed. Next prelim next year. कुछ तमाशा तो होना है. Entertainment. So why not I start one affair? Okay. Prelim gone. Doesn't matter. Next attempt. He had fallen in love with Hamida Banu Begum. He married Hamida Banu Begum. Okay. Akbar was born. 1542. Akbar was born. Okay. In the palace of Rana Prasad Amarkot. That's why Akbar developed his love for Rajputs. When his father was in deep crisis, no Muslim had supported him. You also think about it logically. Where is it, religion or caste, my dear? Okay. When your interests are at stake, you don't talk of religion or caste. Isn't it? At the interest of state, you can talk of religion and caste. Hope you are understanding what I am telling. Okay. I have one doctor, very good doctor. He comes from lower caste, very good doctor, excellent doctor. Okay. I definitely prefer him. I have one more doctor coming from my own caste and community. Absolutely useless fellow. Understand? A horrible doctor. His father won't go to him. You understand? वो बोला है मुझे. वो बोला उसके बाद मैं नहीं जाना, मैं नहीं जाता हूँ. Where is caste here, you tell me? He doesn't know. Once you are admitted means you don't know which narrow he will cut. Understand? No one would go to him. He is from your own caste and community. So where is caste and community here? Okay. Hindu Muslims, okay, there are so many instances Muslims and Hindus, joined hands with each other. Okay. I told you this. I have not seen Christian and Hindu joining hands with each other in modern India. Okay, to the best of my knowledge. Perhaps my knowledge might be very limited. I don't know. Okay. So here Akbar was born. Jalaluddin Muhammad. Okay. Actual name Jalaluddin. There is nothing for Humayun to celebrate also, poor fellow. Understand? Akbar was brought up in Amarkot. Then Akbar and Bairam Khan. Bairam Khan was the regent. Regent means protector. Okay. Vakil, protector. Okay. They were sent to in Sindh. In Sindh there is a place, I just forgot its name. Okay. There they were, Akbar was undergoing training under the leadership of, under guidance of Bairam Khan. What is the name of the place? I just forgot it. Okay. Anyway. Now Humayun got help from Shah Tamas of Persia. He provided him all the support. With that support, Humayun challenged Sikandar, grandson of Sher Shah, defeated him in the battle called Sirhind, 1555, Sirhind. That means Mughals were made to stay outside Delhi for 15 years. 15. Mughals got back Delhi. Humayun got back Delhi. Celebrating his victory, Humayun built his personal library. His personal library, Sher Mahal. Understand? Sher Mahal. Okay. Most unfortunate we say because fallen from the same Sher Mahal and died. Okay. It's the time for performing namaz. So poor fellow was rushing. Okay. But he slept, fallen down and died on the spot. Okay. So God has extended his life for another 15 years. 15 years? 15, 30 to 25 years. 25 years. By the time Akbar, Humayun died, Akbar was not in Delhi. Okay. Kalanur, yes, exactly. I got the name. Kalanur in Sindh. That's where Bairam Khan was training Akbar in arts, warfare and all that. Again, Afghans got another opportunity. There's no emperor there. Humayun died. Crown Prince Akbar was not in Delhi. So Afghans got another opportunity. Ibrahim Shah of Bihar was the Afghan ruler. He sent his prime minister, Hemu to occupy Delhi. Understanding Hemu to occupy Delhi and invite Ibrahim Shah. Hemu, a fascinating character, Hemu. Hemu, after all, a vendor selling vegetables, actually. By dint of merit, Hemu rose to the rank of Wazir, Prime Minister. Very efficient fellow, Hemu. Rank of Wazir, Prime Minister. History tells you, Hemu waged 100 wars, not a single war defeated. God knows what these type of wars, that too within 3 months. 3 months, 100 wars means, war for what? Movie ticket or what for war? Okay. Whatever it might be. Brilliant commander, Hemu. Now Hemu entered into the city Delhi, defeated Mughal governor Tardi Beg. Hemu occupied Delhi. Okay. Now understanding is what? Hemu to invite Ibrahim Shah to come to power. ऐसा हुआ नहीं. Hemu declared himself Raja Vikramjit, okay, Emperor of Hindustan. Poor fellow Ibrahim was waiting for the invitation. Hemu himself declared Emperor of Hindustan. Hemu the ruler of Delhi. Akbar and Bairam Khan, they were now set themselves out from Kalanur to Delhi. Bairam Khan declared Akbar Emperor of Hindustan by making Akbar to sit on a big stone there. Okay, no coronation, nothing. Akbar, the Mughal emperor, declared Emperor of Hindustan without coronation festival. Okay, it was Akbar. Bairam Khan declared him. That's why Akbar could not pursue his primary education also. Okay, illiterate Akbar. Okay. That led to what is called Second Battle of Panipat. Okay. Hemu offered valiant fight. Poor fellow was caught. Okay. Bairam Khan asked Akbar, you must have seen the movie Jodha Akbar. Okay. Akbar was asked to cut the head. Okay. Akbar was not for that. Okay. 14-year-old boy, 1556, Second Battle of Panipat. Bairam Khan killed him. Mughals got back Delhi. They lost Delhi for the second time and they got back Delhi. Clear? Take a note. Is it time? Huh? Time? 4:55. 3:55. Right. Give the heading. Mughals. Mughals. Subheading Babur. B-A-B-U-R. Babur, within brackets, 1526 to 1530. I am giving the chronology of his stint in India. It does not mean he lived only for 4 years. Right? In India I am talking about. Right? 1480, if you are particular about the year, 14802 to 1529, 1530. 14802 to 1530. Full stop. His actual name Jahiruddin. Jahir. Jadehir. Surname Babur. Surname Babur. Within brackets, Tiger. Ruler of Fargana. Ruler of Fargana. Farghana. Fargana in Afghanistan. Father's side connected to Taimur. Father's side is connected to Taimur, Emperor of Persia. And from mother's side, connected to Chengiz Khan. Chengiz, Changiz, Chengiz Khan. Full stop. Next, his life ambition to conquer Samarkand. Samar, Khand, Samarkand. capital city of Timor? Full stop. Next, he came to India for the first time in 1519, 1519. 1519, 1519, 1519, and conquered a small village and conquered Bedara in Punjab. Full stop. Next, after first battle of Panipat, after first battle of Panipat, he founded Mughal dynasty in India. Next, in 1527, he defeated Rana Sanga. Babur defeated Sanga, S-A-N-G. In the Battle of Kanwa, K-A-N-W-A. Full stop. In 1528, Medni Rai, M-E-D-N-I, M-E-D-N-I, Medni Rai of Chanderi was defeated. Chanderi, C-H-E-N-D-E-R-I, Chanderi was defeated in the Battle of Chanderi. Next, in 1529, Babur defeated Muhammad Lodi. Brother of Ibrahim Lodi, in the Battle of Gogra, G-O-G-R-E. In the Battle of Gogra, G-O-G-R-E. And occupied Bengal. Next, great scholar in Turkey, great scholar in his mother tongue, Turkey, T-U-R-K-I. He wrote his memoirs, memories or memoirs, his memoirs called Babarnama, N-A-M-A-H, Babarnama or Tujak-e-Babari, Babarnama or Tujak, T-U-Z-A-K, T-U-Z-A-K, Tujak hyphen I hyphen Babari, Tujak-e-Babari. Full stop. What is the language? Turkey. Next, it was translated, Tujak-e-Babari translated into Persian by Abdur Rahim Khan. Abdur, A-B-D-U-R, Abdur Rahim Khan son of Bairam Khan. Full stop. It was translated into English. Translated into English by Madam Beveridge. Madam Beveridge. Fine, we shall stop here for today. I'll post the synopsis up to Humayun. Not that important actually, but I have to deal with that. I'm discussing.